Hello, welcome to Animal Audit Corner. Today we'll be making scalloped potatoes and ear mig halva. Now, it's not the halva you were thinking about, the candy form. It's in a different form, and it is eaten for dessert, not for snack. It could be eaten for a snack, but it's a little bit more different. Okay. And you know, you just got out of Scientology and other cults. You got your aid from the Aftermath MJR Aftermath Foundation and the SPTV Foundation. You got the clothes on the back. You got your new set of wheels. But you also have to not only go shopping for your clothes, you're going to have to shop for your food. You're doing everything on your own, and you're proven you can make it without Scientology because they did not do you any good. So, guess what? Here I'm giving you my recipes because guess what? You're going to have to eat and you're going to have to do it on your own. First, you're going to need 1/3. Oh yeah, we're gonna make the potatoes au gratin first. No, it's the scallop potatoes, not the potatoes au gratin. The scallop potatoes first. You're gonna need 1/3 cup of the melted butter. Okay. This away. Your onions, let's slice it up or stick it in the food processor. Oh boy, I hope I'm not in tears. And as you know, I told you yesterday, Fox, Laura FM's dog has been abused, and we all get the idea of who did it. Scientology and the way they intimidate their victims into silence. Of course, I brought it up yesterday, and also yesterday I brought up trying to get back into those meetings in Los Angeles. And the last time I was in those meetings is before I got hacked into. So I'm navigating my way back into those meetings. And of course, when you have ADHD, you have to work extra hard at navigating your way back in. Of course, you're going to have to navigate your way through life. And of course, with me, that's a bit of a challenge. All right. So we're going to slice up the onion, stick it in there, and we're going to slice up this onion. So you're going to need the 2 onions. So it's 1/3 cup vegan butter, 1/3 cup flour, 3 1/4 cup plant-based milk, 1 cup vegetable broth, 1/4 neutral yeast, neutral yeast, 2 1/4 teaspoons of garlic, and 2 1/4 of onions. So this is in the powder form, but however, we're going to just use 2 onions. But if you're not having the powder form yet, put 2. All right. As we navigate our way around everything, because this is what I had to do all my entire life, navigate. Of course, I had to do an extra hard job at navigating. But when you get out of a cult, you have to navigate. And sometimes you get help, but sometimes you don't. But you also lucky that you escaped with your family, or you had your family wait for you on the outside. Because guess what? Family always sticks together. But when Scientology is concerned, they don't want people to be around their families. They don't want anybody to be okay. Because that's David Miscavige for you. He doesn't want anybody to be okay. But guess what? You're going to be okay. So you're going to navigate your way through life without his brainwashing, but you can do it. So we're going to slice these onions. We're going to put it in the food processor because it goes a lot faster. Of course, I'm giving you this recipe so you can do all of your own cooking, and you can do it. There. Slice this up, stick it in, and then we're going to chop it up, and it's going to take 2 seconds just by, yep, didn't take too long. It took only 2 seconds, and that's all you need when you use a food processor. All right. All righty. Okay. Because we're going to take this, stick it in with the butter. All right. All right. Okay, now what stories are we going to bring up? Boy, I was really trying to get everything for today's kitchen segment of my show to get you guys back on your feet, or get on your feet for the first time ever. But guess what? You're resilient and you can do it. You can do it without Scientology. All righty. Stirring up our onions. We're going to caramelize it. Okay. All right. And then we're going to take 1/3 cups of flour. Cup of flour. All right. And then we're going to mix it up. Of course, I should have cut my my potatoes sitting on a stovetop, of course. And then we're going to take 3/4 cup of plant-based milk. Now, this is a vegan recipe, but I guess if you want it the other way around, there's nothing I can do about it. So you can do that, even though I wouldn't. Okay, there we go. I'm going to stick this in, stir it up. All right. And then we're going to put 1/4 yeast. That's the teaspoon. Oh my goodness. 1/4 cup of yeast. Of course, it's supposed to be the neutral, but since I don't have that, this is better than nothing. So, okay. And then we're going to add 2 1/4 teaspoon of garlic. Oh, geez, there. All right, I'll put this in the other thing. All right. Okay, and we're going to turn it on the lowest heat. Okay. All right. Now, guess what? I'm going to wash the potatoes. Cut up these potatoes, and it's going to be in small circles. So we're going to do that and stick it in a casserole dish like this one. And you're thinking, am I able to cook my own dinner? I think you can do this. And of course, that's what I said to myself when I was first going to get back on my feet because of my ADHD. But guess what? I did it. And I had my job because guess what? In life, sometimes things just don't work out sometimes in our favor, and it'll be okay because guess what? You're going to be okay. All right. And you're thinking, you know what? I can do this. Just think, I can do this. So, all right. Now, if you want to peel the potatoes, go ahead. But guess what? I'm going to keep them on. But if you want to peel it, go right ahead. But I want to cut down on my time since I want to get through this. Because guess what? When you want to get on your feet for the first time or get back on your feet without Scientology, and I know you can do it. And that's what I said to myself when I had the ADHD. I said to myself, I can do this. I can do this. So can you. Because guess what? You don't need all that bullying. Because guess what? I wouldn't like it. All right. Okay. Now, what's going on in the world of Scientology? Oh my gosh. I know I'm trying to avoid repeating myself, but yeah, on my channel, I got to mention that Laura's dog was abused yesterday. And was it Laura? You know what? I don't know her personally, but I don't think it was. it was Scientology trying to silence her. And of course, our heroine Audit LA went into the meeting and was fighting very hard yesterday, speaking to the people who are stuck inside those buildings. And she's a hero. Even though she did not really, I don't think she was really set out to do things like that, but it happened for her. And not only she's speaking out, going to those meetings, making her speeches, she is doing it all from a wheelchair. Now, if a person on a wheelchair could advocate for everybody in Scientology, so could you. All you got to do is go to the FBI and file your report. And of course, the LAPD, I know in the past, has not been treating you guys the right way. And some of them have. Because some of them are accompanying you out the door. Because guess what? You're finally speaking out. All right. And that's what you need to do. Don't let David Miscavige brainwash you again and again and again. Now, the celebrities, don't pay any attention to them. They do not know what they're talking about. Of course, some of them are messed up. And guess what? Nobody's squeezing any more money out of you. And of course, you're getting your aid from the MJR Aftermath Foundation or the SPTV Foundation. So nobody's ever going to push you around. Now, there are people who are donating their money to fundme.com because I know it's there, and those funds are going to go to you when you come out of Scientology. So don't worry that if you're not going to be on your feet. But guess what? You're not going to end up on a street. You will get your aid. Just like Laura did, just like Nora did. And of course, I know Scientology has been ruining your life. But guess what? You're going to beat them at their own game. Because you're going to go to the FBI, make your reports, and if the LAPD wasn't helping you, you get to go above them and report them to the FBI. But there are some that are good, so you can report the people who are good in that LAPD, because there's going to have to be a good one in the bunch. Because, okay, now Scientology might have divided them, but there are good cops around. So you tell them you want to leave. And if they try to take you back, jump out of the car and run. And go straight to the FBI. Because that's who is running all that. Okay. All right. What else is happening in the world of Scientology? Slice up the onions and put it, not the onions, the potatoes, and put it in there. Okay. Yesterday was protest day in Clearwater. You know that they have been protesting since last year against Scientology's abusive practices. And a lot of them have experience with Scientology one way or another. Now, Erica might have not been a Scientologist, but she's out there protesting. And guess what? She even got arrested. And it's due because of Scientology making false reports. And guess what? She had a webcam with her. So she had proof that those two police officers were at fault, especially that little young hotshot. So, yeah, I mean, it is disappointing when it's a police officer. So she just fought her battles. She fought her way through. And she got released on her own recognizance. I hope I said it right. Because guess what? She did nothing wrong. And neither did you. So you get out of Scientology. And there are people there helping you. Of course, guess what? Usually the day of protest, they got pizza. So just get up, walk out, and Aaron will have it for you. Because I know that Scientology uses rice and beans for a form of punishment. You do not need that. And then after we're done with this, we're going to make halva. Not the candy halva, but in another form. It's made with pine nuts, and cream of wheat, which is a Farron, and it's going to be great. Of course, me and my brother were always so excited when our mom made it. Of course, our mom has been gone since 2008, and we are getting older. Okay. And of course, I'm cooking for myself. I don't have a family. I don't have a husband. So and I keep saying to myself, it's going to be okay. You know what? Let me turn on the light. It's bubbling up. All right, it's on low heat and it's bubbling up. Okay, so let's just stick it in. Let it bubble up any further. Okay. I'm going to stick this in. I'm going to finish up cutting these potatoes as usual. All right, stick it in. Hopefully it's done right. Okay, now let's see. Did I miss something? Milk. Ooh, darn it! I forgot to put the broth. That's what I forgot. So let's see. Yeah, isn't that a hoot? Forgetting to put the broth in. Okay, so we're gonna take 1 cup of broth. Okay, 1 cup of broth. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. And we're gonna just mix it up here. Yeah, I didn't put it in with the other plant-based milk. All right. We're going to just stir this up. Yeah, I was supposed to put it in with plant-based milk. All right. All right, we're going to finish cutting this up. Okay. That's what happened. I forgot to put I forgot to put the broth in. But keep on cutting. Well, there's a little left, so it won't hurt to actually put it in there. All right, we're going to finish cutting up the potatoes. These are scallop potatoes, not the potatoes all gratin. And I think both of these are, I think they're French recipes. All righty. We're halfway there. All right. All righty. Now, you know I go live 4 days a week. I can't do the full 7 because guess what? I am stressed. I don't get paid for this. And if I do make money, it's very little. So, and am I getting anything? No. But you know what? That's okay. That's all right. Because guess what? I'm going to be okay. We don't need this bowl anymore. Okay, so we're going to cut this up. All right, we're going to stick this in there. I'm going to keep it in a circle. I love these baby potatoes because guess what? They're easy to manage. So I'm going to keep on cutting. And I just can't seem to get my mind off Fox. She is a good dog, and she did not deserve to get the treatment that she got. And it is due to Scientology. So they use their animals to silence their victims. They do everything from stalking them to planning hit and runs. They don't want you to be okay, but you know what? You're going to be okay and definite because I have confidence in you. And of course, you have a bit of a trauma. So go down to the link below and get to one of the links. Now, I highly recommend NAMI because they definitely are good at getting the care that you need. So, and there's no way that Scientology is going to get to you anymore because guess what? You're out. Just like I just remembered, Amir, former Scientologist, got out. Alex made this announcement yesterday. Or was it the day before? Yep. So if he can do it, so can you. And he did. He did just that. He got out. And they weren't able to keep him there any. So there we go. Now we're going to stir it up. Yeah, I know. I forgot to actually broth. Yeah. Okay, and now we're going to stick this in the oven between 40 to 65 minutes. No, stick it in for 65 minutes. Okay, there we go. We're going to stick it into the oven. And guess what? It is time to make our halwa. All you need is a frying pan. All right. Now we're going to turn on this half. We're going to put it on medium heat. All righty. All right. Now, guess what? What other news do I have? Let's see. I tried to actually get a hold of PETA, but I had to finish up my writing for another project that I'm doing. So, of course, I did not go to school for nothing. All right, I'm going to stick in 2 sticks of butter. Yeah, we're full of butter today, which is not good for your cholesterol, but guess what? I can have it every once in a while. All righty. Now, okay, all righty. 2 sticks of butter. Toss these. All right. Now, I'm going to melt these 2 sticks of butter for our halva. Now, this halva is eaten. It's an Armenian dessert eaten in the Middle East. This origin came from the Middle East. Alrighty. Got 2 sticks of butter, and we're going to melt it up. And am I going to eat this every day? No. Because it has cholesterols and, yeah, sugar. And it's technically a dessert. So, all right. Now, all right. We're going to add 2 1/3 cup of water. Okay, there we go. There's your sugar. We need more sugar. Here we go. All right. Now we're going to stir this up in the meantime. Okay. Does this have cholesterol? Yes, it does. So, all right, but you can have it every now and then. It's okay. Sometimes. Of course, if you eat it all the time, not good for you. Too much anything, no good. So, all right, there we go. And then after, I'm going to pour the rest in here. Now, alrighty. There. This is 1. Okay. 2. And then it's going to soak it up. Am I going to goof up on a live stream? I hope not. So, okay. I don't know what it is, but I might think it's the wheat, but I don't know. So, I don't know what it is. So, I don't think so. Okay. Because it's been years since I've seen one. So, okay. And I'm going to put in the 1/3. Okay. Yep. Put in 1/3 in there so we can put the whole thing in there. All right. So there it is. Now we're going to turn this down. It's going to have to wind up in the counter. It's probably a little older. All right. So we're going to stir this up. Ooh. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stick this right there. Stir this up. Eaten in dessert. All right. Okay. Now this is going to turn into hopefully a powder-like form. Okay. And now we're going to put in our pine nuts. Now this show has been brought to you by Echo Weiss. It's a drink that is vegan. And it's supposed to be at the link down below, but it's vegan. I'm trying to stick it in, and and I am definitely trying. All right, it is turning into a powder. After it's done, cool it off. And let it turn into a powder form. Of course, it's thickening. And when it's done and cooled off, usually sprinkle a little cinnamon on it. And now, hopefully it'll turn into powder, but you know what? With this, you can never tell. But no more in this, so it'll be okay. All right. Keep on stirring it until it turns into a powder. Now, pine nuts are really expensive. With this packet, it costs $5. It is pricey. So, if you can't afford this, buy the almonds. It'll work out just as well. Okay. I'm going to keep on stirring it until it turns into a powder. Is it going to turn into a powder? I'm confident that it is. If not, then I'm glutton for punishment. So keep on stirring. Now, yesterday, oh my gosh, I highly recommend this show, even though it's on YouTube. Now, I think it's Jubilee. I don't know, but it is a show on YouTube run by a psychologist. One half of the panel are Christians, the other half are former Christians. And everybody had something interesting to say. Now, I just love hearing other people's opinions. It just gets me all excited when people give their point of views on a subject. It is so fun hearing other people's opinions. Okay. I think it's supposed to be a cake form, but I'm stirring this. We're 55 minutes in. Yeah. One half of the former Christian thinks Christianity is a cult. Now, okay, there are things in the Bible that I don't quite get, like why they bring John the Baptist's head up on a platter. That I don't know. Is it some kind of lesson that is learned, or they're running into demonic energy and Jesus is trying to stop them. I just don't read anything. I should. That's one of the reasons why I went back to school and why I'm actually got into the entertainment industry, because it has to do with reading. Of course, I have ADHD and I needed something to keep up with my writing. So I got into the entertainment industry as an actress. This is so I can read, and yeah, it's a lot to deal with when you have a disability, especially the one with ADHD, or it could be dyslexia. It could be almost anything, because eventually we're going to have to navigate our way through life. If not, then I'm probably going to have to actually, I'm sorry I grossed out everybody earlier. Yeah, I don't think they're drop-ins because it was in a box. So, yeah, I doubt it is. So, okay. And you have to actually make a hole to order to pour anything out. So, no. Okay. So, I'm going to keep stirring this around until it turns into a powder form. If not, then yes, it's a cake form. It's going to stay in wet form. So I'm going to keep on stirring this up. Righty. And of course, Scientology is against the LGBTQ community. And they are against other religions. And they say if you're a Christian, you can be a Scientologist too. But once you're in, they can say, no, there's no possible way you can be a Christian and a Scientologist. And they're going to tell you to kick it right out the door. They use anything to lure people in. And it's pathetic. All righty. Is there anybody in? No. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's the wet form, but yes, it's turning into dough-like form. So let's see if no way. So, all right. What does it taste like? Let's see. Yeah, it's really sugary. So make it like, is it wet? Yes, it is. Okay. Now, this is halva. It's usually made with sesame seeds. That's the candy form. This is a dessert form. The halva in a candy. How long is it going to take? Let's see. Keep on stirring it and stirring it and stirring it. Possibly sweet, and it's eaten for dessert. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be in a form of paste. So, is it going to actually turn powdery? Yes, I think this is supposed to be in the shape of candy. Okay. And all right, there it is. So this is eaten for dessert. Now, the other thing that I mentioned is I don't think I'm supposed to be putting anything damp, but this here is, yeah, this is another form that it's in. Let me get a plate. And it's very sugary. So, okay, there we go. And, okay. All right. It is in a form of a paste. So, all right. Okay. So I probably think it's only 1 cup of soy-based milk, but we'll try again. But this is another form that it's in. Okay. Grab a butter knife. All right. Now, we're going to, all right. Do I want to eat this? Not really. I'm supposed to put the pine nuts on top. I stuck on this one, so. Yeah, it's too sweet for my taste. And at the same time, if you got a sweet tooth, a very strong sweet tooth, this is it. Okay, so we're going to leave this to the side and let it cool off. And the next time I'm only going to use 1 cup of soy milk. Yeah, because I don't think, for the one I'm thinking of, I don't think I'm supposed to actually put any other damp stuff in there. It's supposed to be a powder form, but this is another form. Got the bread from last week. And here it is. Yeah, I ate most of it. It's in the form of a circle, or was in a form of circle. So, well, okay. And we are 1 hour and 6 minutes in. Okay, this did it for my cooking segment of Animal Audit Corner. I'm your host, Nisa Tor. I'm only going to give you part of my last name. And want to contribute to my channel? Go to PayPal, or you can buy me a coffee to keep my channel running. So, hit the like, press subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for brunch at 10 o'clock or 10:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, somewhere around there. Peace. Okay.